the thing I wish I did when I was just starting out, and what I wish I could do differently, fearing to make mistakes and the fear of critique. We all suffer from that. Nobody wants to mess up in front of others. Nobody really likes critique. Sometimes critique can sting, right? It feels like you're being reprimanded by your parent. So it can be an uncomfortable feeling, but it's absolutely needed for growth. You need feedback. You also have to allow yourself to mess up. I know you want to spend all these hours in your room practicing and perfecting it before you showcasing it, but reality doesn't work like that. You can never be fully prepared, and especially if you've never performed in public, you've never played out for others. Once those eyeballs start staring back at you, it's going to put you into a whole different mental space, one that you've never been in, that you cannot be prepared for. That you only deal with in the moment. And you got to allow yourself to go through those mistakes phase. So you get comfortable making decisions on the spot. You get comfortable recovering from mistakes and moving on. You get comfortable with critique. So like over at pianolessonwithwarren.com, where we do these monthly video submissions, people get to see you play. The other students get to see you play. And then I also come in and give you constructive critique, practical tips and fixes how to address these problems. Some people are afraid because they're saying, I'm going to wait until it's perfect before I do a submission. But that defeats the purpose, because again, we talk about if you're doing things incorrectly and you don't know you're doing things incorrectly, you're reinforcing bad habits that you will then have to unlearn later. And if you don't, it's going to take you twice as long to make progress. So the time will pass. Might as well learn it correctly, or at least as much as you can from the get-go. And so some things you can do to help with this, again, post short performances. If you're in a program like mine, a closed community, and you want to post them with the imperfections included. Don't try to correct things. Like if you're playing, you made a mistake, don't stop and re-record. No, because you're trying to get critique. And again, I've been doing this for 22 years. So I'm very keen on knowing mistakes versus chronic problems. I could tell if you made a mistake or if there's something underlying going on that is causing you to make that problem. I'm able to determine that. I've been doing this long enough. So don't worry about mistakes and imperfections and slips, because that's not what I'm looking for. You can also use a two-step review process. What worked, what didn't work, and then try to fix what didn't work for the next time. So that's how you get better and better.